After I posted my last video, I bought a retirement home and now regret it, the comments exploded. Hundreds of you said things like, we feel the same way, wish we had knew before we moved, never again with the HOA. And that's when it hit me. This isn't one person's story. This is a pattern. So in this video, I'm pulling back the curtain on the 5 hidden traps that cause the most retirees to regret their dream home and how you can avoid them. If you're ever thinking about buying a home in retirement, you're going to want to see all 5, especially number 4. Now, I'm not an anti-retirement home person. I help people find them every week as a real estate agent. But after watching dozens of clients and reading hundreds of your story, I started seeing the same traps on repeat, like a pattern. And they're very sneaky. They hide behind the sunshine and the sales brochures. Do you have any traps that you avoided or should have avoided? Put them down in the comments below. So let's start with the one that drains your wallet first. You buy the home thinking that your bills will go down, but they quietly creep up. There's hidden maintenance costs, property insurance. There's HOA assessments that are no cap on those. And then there's roof replacements that are unexpected. They all hit harder when your income is fixed. Even brand new homes come with warranty gaps and landscape upkeeps that add up really, really fast. One of my clients said it best. We saved $80,000 on the home and lost it all in maintenance. Let's go on to the next one. You thought downsizing would mean simplifying, but a year later you realize your hobbies just don't fit. Your guests, they don't stay very long, and your storage looks like a game of Tetris. Or it could be the opposite. You bought the family house, hoping the kids would visit every weekend, but they have their own lives. You're just cleaning empty rooms at this point. Or you bought a bigger home in retirement to keep up with the Joneses. And you have no idea how much times this happens, where you end up buying a bigger home in retirement than when you had when the kids were just growing up. Because, well, you invested and had all your money you worked so hard for, you deserve to just splurge a little bit. And that is another mistake. My advice, buy the life you're living, not the one you used to have. For trap number 3 is the proximity problem. The brochure sold you on the views and the golf carts, but no one mentioned the 40-minute drive to the nearest hospital or that new vacation rental next door with the midnight karaoke. I always tell my clients to check out the neighborhood on certain weekdays and make sure that the neighbors are abiding by the noise ordinance. Have you ever had any problems with your neighbors? Let me know in the comments below. Then there's trap number 4, the community bubble. Here's the one that shocked people in my last video, and it deserves repeating. The National Institute of Health found that retirees in age-restricted communities have up to 30% higher depression rates than those in mixed-age neighborhoods. Why? Because over time, sameness starts to feel like isolation. You stop meeting new people. You stop seeing young energy. Friends start to drop off or even end up with health problems and immobility. And before you know it, the world outside your gates feels smaller and smaller. But here's what the Stanford Center on Longevity found that explains why. Stanford's research calls intergenerational connection a hidden resource, one of the most powerful but overlooked solutions to isolation and mental decline. Their findings show that when older adults live or regularly interact in multi-generational communities with kids, families, or even younger adults, it doesn't just feel good. It's actually very measurable. Older adults report higher life satisfaction. There's stronger purpose. There's better cognitive health. In fact, according to Stanford psychologist Laura Carstensen, older adults who engage across generations experience improved emotional regulation, more resilience, and longer-lasting happiness. Older adults who mentor or interact regularly with youth show lower depression rates and higher cognitive performance than peers in isolated age homogeneous environments. Intergenerational connection fulfills 2 critical human needs. There's purpose and belonging, both proven predictors of longer life and greater well-being. Stanford calls this the mutual benefit effect. When older adults contribute to younger generations, even something as simple as sharing life lessons or volunteering or just living in a diverse neighborhood, both sides end up thriving. It's mutually beneficial. It's a two-way street, and it's backed by neuroscience. Older adults experience higher emotional stability, while young people gain confidence and purpose. There's MRI scans from intergenerational volunteer programs like AARP's Experience Corps showing increased cognitive activity and neural growth among older participants. That's why living in a mixed age neighborhood isn't just about noise or energy. It's about long-term health. Interacting with younger people keeps your emotional world wider and your brain sharper. As Stanford put it, meaningful relationships between young and old are a secret sauce that benefits both generations. So when you're deciding where to live next, ask yourself,
do I want to be surrounded by people my age or surrounded by all walks of life?
So if you're exploring where to spend your next chapter, think about this. Longevity isn't just about living longer, it's about living connected. The Stanford Center on Longevity calls intergenerational relationships the hidden key to thriving in later life. Because when your community has more generations, it gives you something that money can't buy: purpose, perspective, and people who keep your world alive. Trap number 5, the freedom illusion. This one gets people really fired up. The rules. You thought you were buying freedom, but now you have a color chart of mailboxes, a fine for weeds, and an HOA board that knows your business better than your family. One commenter said it best: I traded my boss for a neighborhood with a clipboard. Look, not all HOAs are bad, but you have to know your tolerance for control before you move in.
1 in 3 homeowners report HOA disputes within 3 years. Did you ever have an HOA dispute before? If so, let me know in the comments below.
Here's what I learned from helping retirees for over a decade. Most regret doesn't come from buying the wrong house. It comes from buying the wrong version of themselves. So that move, the move that fits your heart at 60 may not fit your lifestyle at 70. The you that is at 60 is different than the you at 70 or the you at 80. So before you buy, ask yourself, am I chasing a postcard, or am I choosing a lifestyle I'll actually live for the many seasons in my retirement years? If this helped you see the traps before they catch you, make sure you watch the next video right up here, which is going to make everything click, because once you understand these traps, you can avoid them for yourself and save years and years of headaches and lost years in retirement, which are the hardest to recover from. I'm Krish D'Errico, a real estate agent. I'm passionate about helping people turn their retirement dreams into reality, and I do this by helping people find their perfect place to call home. If you're actually curious, join my newsletter, or for exclusive tips, you could join the online community that we're developing to make your retirement everything you've imagined. Because remember, it's not just a retirement, it's a lifestyle.